Liberal Viewer presents.
So last week, when a variety of Fox News anchors spread the misinformation that President Obama's 10-day trip to India and other Asian countries was costing American taxpayers $200 million a day, without ever checking the accuracy of the vastly overstated report, it was typical of Fox News' counterfactual, anti-Obama news style, but Fox News opinion journalist Bill O'Reilly still couldn't own up to what his own network had done when he appeared for an interview last Friday on HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, where you can see Bill O'Reilly backtracking through multiple levels of dishonesty in an answer to Bill Maher's question about the bogus report here.
Let me ask you this. This week we found out that from Fox News people and Rush Limbaugh, several conservatives, that Obama is spending $200 million a day on his trip to India.
And that's bull.
I know.
It wasn't Fox News reporting it. It came from a guy in India, picked up by the Drudge Report, and then disseminated by certain other people.
On Fox
Our hard
News
news people didn't do it.
Now, just to be clear, the same day Bill O'Reilly told Bill Maher there that Fox News didn't report this story, Fox News anchor Ainsley Earhardt over on Fox & Friends was reading news headlines reporting the $200 million a day number without any fact-checking, as you can see, for example, in this clip.
In less than 3 hours, our president will head to India. The president's plane will stop at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany to refuel before heading to Mumbai. It's the start of a 10-day trip through India, Indonesia, South Korea, as well as Japan. The main focus there, the economy. The president is urging those countries to buy more American goods. The White House dismissing reports that the trip is going to cost you, the American taxpayer, $200 million a day. Lots of money. Those are your headlines.
Now, if those were our headlines, but we weren't supposed to consider them actual news, I'm not sure how anyone is supposed to tell the difference, but even if you consider Fox & Friends soft news or Beck, O'Reilly, and Hannity opinion news, that still doesn't relieve Fox News of responsibility for those shows' factual accuracy, which is why I don't accept the continuation of Bill O'Reilly's defense of Fox News to Bill Maher here.
Who?
Sean Hannity.
Look, Sean is a commentator, a talk radio guy. That's not Fox.
But he's presenting that as a fact. It's not his opinion that it was $200 million.
Then you got to take it up with Hannity. But there's a difference between the opinion people and the hard news people.
There is?
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm an opinion guy.
Now, Bill O'Reilly may be an opinion guy, and that may relieve him of some responsibility for being balanced in his presentation, but it still doesn't relieve him or Fox News of responsibility for getting their facts straight, as Joan Walsh of Salon.com argued accurately on CNN's Reliable Sources last Sunday in this clip.
I think even conservatives and even liberals, opinion journalists, really have an obligation to check their facts. So it's not just that Hannity, he's going to blow up, he's just going to blow off steam. He's putting out lies. He's not doing the basic groundwork to figure out if they're true. Okay. That's not good journalism from the left or the right.
And Joan Walsh is right, and I'm glad to see someone on CNN making that point I never see made on Fox News, but the need for even opinion journalists to be factually accurate is not the only flaw in the Bill O'Reilly defense of Fox News reporting that Bill Maher should just take it up with Sean Hannity, because the Fox News misreporting of the cost of Obama's trip to Asia went well beyond just Hannity or Fox and Friends in what looked like a concerted effort at misinformation chronicled on Monday in a great segment on The Daily Show that included the video montage of Fox misinformation in this clip.
Big controversy as to what the real cost of the trip is.
It's going to cost about $200 million a day for this entourage to go.
$200 million a day, 3,000 people.
As much as $1 billion for the trip.
$500 million. It's going to be somewhere around there. Some people say that it is up to $2 billion for 10 days. Is that true? I don't know. And how many ships will be there? 34 warships, possibly. I don't know.
He's just saying.
And not only did Jon Stewart show the disingenuous way several Fox News anchors spread the bogus report, but this great Daily Show segment you can see in full at tinyurl.com/StewartScuresFox then went on to totally skewer Glenn Beck for claiming there not to know the accuracy of the reported cost of Obama's trip he spread on Fox News after reporting the bogus story with full confidence on his radio show a few hours before. But maybe the best part of the Daily Show segment was the way they used video from the White House, the Pentagon, NBC, and CNN to show how easy the bogus story would have been for Fox News to check as you can see in this clip.
This trip doesn't cost $200 million a day.
Some 34 ships and an aircraft carrier in support of the president's trip to Asia. That's just comical.
Just to put it in perspective, it costs about $190 million a day to execute the war in Afghanistan.
That $200 million a day figure, where'd that come from? Well, that was in a quote by an alleged Indian provincial official.
Oh my God, Fox has been outsourcing even their bullshit manufacturing jobs. This is crazy.
Oh, that one's got a sting, because notice there that Fox News bias was part of the premise of that joke rather than the punchline, because Fox News' counterfactual anti-Obama news style has basically become common knowledge among all but the most ignorant, whether willfully ignorant or otherwise, which may explain why Bill O'Reilly back in his HBO interview couldn't even bring himself to unconditionally argue for Fox News' factual accuracy when Bill Maher asked him about a recent Bloomberg poll showing a majority of voters believe the misinformation about the first 2 years of the Obama administration Maher listed here.
Taxes have gone up, that the economy has shrunk, and that the TARP money will never be recovered. So in other words, they got everything wrong. Do you think Fox News bears any responsibility for people having bad information?
You know, unless we report bad information. You got a bunch of seals in there? What's going on in there?
We have turkey buzzards, Bill.
Okay. Unless Fox News is reporting bad information, then we're not responsible for bad information.
Unless Fox News is reporting bad information, then they're not responsible for bad information? Given the wealth of bad information Fox News has been caught reporting from so many sources, from The Daily Show to CNN's reliable sources to my own Fox News bias playlist, I think the resolution to Bill O'Reilly's conditional statement is pretty obvious, but I want to know what you think. Isn't there ample evidence that Fox News is both reporting bad information and that they're responsible for bad information? And given that evidence, wasn't Bill O'Reilly's defense of Fox News in this instance, like any defense of Fox News' journalistic integrity, ultimately dishonest to the point of being a lie?
YouTube, you decide.